3,000 high-tech jobs lost as the global downturn bites. Motorola's closure stuns Scotland. Blair calls it a bitter blow. Foot and mouth in humans, there are 2 more suspected cases. The D-Day veteran, victim of a racist attack in Oldham. And Cardiff is told its pitch isn't good enough for the cup final. Good evening. Scotland felt the chill wind of global downturn today when the American phone giant Motorola announced the closure of its plant in West Lothian. 3,000 high-quality jobs will be lost, and the Foreign Secretary Robin Cook, a local MP, accused the firm of creating a human tragedy. The Chancellor, Gordon Brown, also a Scottish MP, said no country could be insulated from the world economic slowdown, but he claimed Britain was well placed to weather it. However, that was little comfort for the workers at the factory in Bathgate, in the centre of Scotland's high-tech region. Andrew Castle is there.
The Motorola plant in Bathgate is the latest victim of the downturn in the global economy. The American owners confirming weeks of speculation that it would be sacrificed in a company shake-up. The Scottish jobs are among more than 20,000 to be shed across all divisions worldwide.
This has not been handled very well. It was just profits before people. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a sham.
Well, we've just started, we're apprentices. We just started in August. We thought we were here for 4 years, so obviously we're a bit upset, lost our jobs.
Motorola blamed the decision on a sharp decline in demand for its mobile phones. It went ahead with the closure decision despite a direct appeal from the Prime Minister and from leading Scottish politicians.
The workforce here is an excellent workforce. I mean, this is really a very sad day for us all, and we're going to work very hard to redeploy these people in other companies within Motorola if possible. We're just really going to work hard to try and minimise the impact on all our employees here.
Tonight at the community hall in Bathgate, some of those who've lost their jobs met trade union officials. But there's no union recognition at the plant, and most of the workers will not discuss the company's decision for fear of jeopardising redundancy deals. One, however, told us of his fears of being unable to find another job.
I've got 3 kids, family, 3 kids, a dog. I need to find a new job. I've been starting looking over the past few weeks, so hopefully something will come to fruition sooner.
Motorola is the largest single manufacturing employer in the West Lothian area. It's the main sponsor of the local football team in Livingston, and over the best part of a decade it has helped underpin the local economy. Today's job losses are bad news, but the council's efforts to attract a variety of high-tech companies to replace older industries like car making and coal mining has led to unemployment falling from 22% to just 3%.
Today is a bitter blow. 3,200 jobs going is bad. However, in the last 12 months, we've created over 7,000 jobs within West Lothian, and we see that we can at least take some of these people into our economy almost straight away.
Work here at Motorola will end in about 6 months' time, but there are still those within the industry who say that in spite of the global downturn, electronics has a bright future in Scotland and throughout the UK. Andrew Castle, BBC News, West Lothian.
And Motorola wasn't the only company cutting jobs today. Another high-tech firm, JDS Uniphase, said it was cutting 950 staff. Our business correspondent Rory Kethlen-Jones has been looking at what's behind these job losses and the threat posed to the British economy by the global downturn.
It's 11 years since Motorola started work on its Bathgate plant, a time of explosive growth in the mobile phone industry. Now, with a speed which none predicted, that growth has slowed. Faced with its first losses for 15 years, Motorola is acting to cut costs. In that, it's not alone in the electronics industry.
Clearly, the investment in telecommunications infrastructure in the United States came to a very abrupt halt in the third, fourth quarter of last year. And because it's a global industry, that has had an effect on a worldwide basis. And secondly, there is a general trend for certain types of low-value jobs to move out in the country over time anyway.
Another American company, the fibre optics firm JDS Uniphase, announced job cuts in Britain today following a sudden decline in its fortunes. British workers are feeling the impact of a global slowdown. Motorola is cutting 22,000 jobs around the world, with over 3,000 going in Scotland. JDS Uniphase is losing 5,000 jobs, almost 1,000 are going across Britain. And Ericsson announced 12,000 redundancies last week, 1,200 in the United Kingdom, and there could be more. But in a speech today, the Chancellor was determined to be upbeat. He insisted that the economy could stay on course despite the global turbulence.
No country can ever insulate itself from world economic events, but it is because of the tough and decisive action we have taken that British economic policy is much better placed than in the past in the face of global instability.
But with job losses across the electronics industries mounting, the opposition went on the attack.
Under the Labour government, there's already been a hemorrhage of jobs in the manufacturing sector. What's particularly worrying now is it's not just the traditional industries, it's even the new industries where we're losing jobs.
Some parts of the economy are doing well, but manufacturing, tourism and farming are losing hundreds of thousands of jobs, not just these jobs today in Motorola, and the Chancellor is pretending that nothing is happening.
An industry which had brought new vigour to Scotland's economy has suffered a serious blow. The Nationalists question the Chancellor's competence.
Gordon Brown says he was going to eliminate boom and bust. Well, he may still have boom in the southeast of England, but he's got bust in Bathgate.
The Treasury is confident that Britain can ride out the storm, but in truth we're now entering a period of great uncertainty for the global economy. Nobody knows how steep the decline in the high-tech industries will prove, but Motorola workers discovered today how serious the impact on British jobs could be. Rory Catlin-Jones, BBC News at the Treasury.
And our political editor, Andrew Marr, is in Downing Street. Andy, how worried are the PM and his Chancellor about the economic outlook?
Well, number 10, like number 11, feels that things are basically okay, that the public finances are strong, that they're well prepared for what's coming. But I think the key words were the ones that Rory Catlin-Jones was uttering a few moments ago. Nobody knows. The telecoms industry is not like other industries. It has been a massive motor of growth and speculation in the world economy over the last few years. And if it's really going belly up, and people in the States are talking about a meltdown in this industry, then this could be, if you like, the hardware equivalent of the dot-com bubble. Very, very serious indeed. Now, is it going to be like that? Well, if all the ridiculously overpaid people in the city who are asked to guess what's going to happen to the world economy frankly don't know, and they don't, then the people behind me in Downing Street don't know either.
Now, Gordon Brown is an ambitious man of great standing in his party. It wouldn't do him much good, would it, if those words came back to haunt him, the suggestion that you can beat the business cycle, no more boom and bust?
Well, the business cycle, you know, always comes back at some point. And I suppose the danger for New Labour is that they have built an economics and a politics which is about relentless growth. It's about these constant increases in public spending that they have now locked in for another 3 years. They say they can pay for it. The opposition say that in some circumstances they'll have to raise taxes. But it's basically been an economics and a politics of the good times. If things turn bad, then a lot of the sums that have been calculated by the people in Downing Street for the years ahead start to look very bad as well.
Andrew Marr, thank you.